This is 911. Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Police. Thank y'all, please.
What's going on?
My sister's on the floor. Shot. Dead.
I'm sending officers out to you. How old are you?
12.
And where are you right now?
In the closet. I spent the night in the closet.
Who killed your sister? Is he there?
I don't know, and I'm not taking my chance.
Gina, we're pulling up.
Those police.
For those most affected by a homicide,
She want to see her kids grow up. It's just sad, man. It's just sad.
the first 48 is just the beginning.
What did these little kids hear? What did they see? I'm hoping these kids don't remember anything. I don't want it to affect their lives later on.
This is the story of the fight for justice.
We got this 12-year-old, and we're hoping she can identify the suspect in court.
Sometimes she was ready to do it. Other times she said, I'm not going to do it.
In the weeks, months, and years,
It was just so traumatic to be in the room with him.
Answer the front door. I've got an officer out there.
They're here.
Hello?
Yes.
What's going on?
Oh my God. Thank you.
What's going on? Here, have a seat. Have a seat right here.
No, I can't. He's gonna come back.
Is there anyone else in there?
You gotta go.
Go inside, see if we can make contact with anybody down. Just be advised, we don't know where this guy could be at.
Okay.
We got one person down. If someone will come with me and body block me left. Ready?
I got your back.
Go. Okay, I got a baby. We got another down.
So we got two people, 10 seconds, gunshot wounds. Get homicide out here.
as patrol waits for homicide to arrive,
Hey, buddy.
there are still 3 uninjured children to attend to. Lieutenant Jamie Kirby takes the lead.
I kind of immediately went into this mom mode, if you will, with those kids.
One right here, we've got a little baby.
I ended up going over to the crib. It's a little boy. He looked around my son's age at that time. So I positioned myself in between him and the female victim on the bed, almost to block his view and for comfort.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
What happened?
I've got a double murder.
This was my 10th homicide that I was the lead on. It was my first double. So anxiety kind of kicked in and I started getting a little nervous. My name is Detective Jeff Gatwood. I've been with Tulsa Police Department almost 30 years.
12-year-old is the final one caller. She's hiding in the closet when this happens.
Her sister is one of the deceased in the house.
12-year-old's name.
It is Brene Alexander. She's in the back seat. Take her down and get her statement.
Brene may be the only witness who can see what happened.
Got
2 babies and 1 nonverbal older child.
The other children in the house are a 2-month-old girl, a 2-year-old boy, and his 12-year-old brother.
Want to figure out exactly who's got custody and what needs to be done with them.
This was one of the most tragic shooting scenes that I had been on. It was the other kids, I think, that made it so sad. It was sad.
I'll walk you through.
In the hallway, black female. Looks like she's been shot to the head. Looks like a teenager.
Nevaeh Alexander.
16-year-old Nevaeh Alexander was a student at Tulsa's North Star Academy. She had just started learning how to drive.
Shot in the back of the head. Exit wound came out of the front of her forehead. The way she fell,
Her legs bent backward. So was she running, and then so she turns and falls.
In the bedroom, a black female adult. Looks like she's shot to the head.
Her name is Chantel.
The second victim, 32-year-old Chantel Dean Mitchell, is Nevaeh's aunt and caregiver. She was the mother of the infant and the 2 and 12-year-old boys found on scene.
Showcasing.
Near the bedroom door, detectives find 2 9mm shell casings. One of them is next to a crib.
It was pretty horrific. What did these little kids hear? What did they see? As a father, I'm hoping these kids don't remember anything because I don't want it to affect their lives later on. The fact that somebody could do this in front of children, it was pretty overwhelming, even for a guy that's been doing this almost 30 years.
Do we know who our suspect is?
Black male in his 40s.
Brene, the 12-year-old 911 caller, gave patrol a description of the shooter, but IDing him will take more.
So right now, we got an outstanding suspect. This time, I don't have his name. And I'm going to go ahead and head downtown with Max and get started the interview.
As I'm going downtown, I knew I had this 12-year-old that witnessed this. And I was just formulating what kind of questions I would be asking this young lady when I met with her.
2 hours in, Gatwood's case hangs on Brene's account of what happened.
All right, Brene. I'm Detective Gatwood. We have some family coming, okay? How you feel right now?
I feel sad because my sister had a whole life ahead of her.
Right. And I'm really sorry what you saw today and what happened. Sweetie, I'm really sorry. Okay?
I'm upset for this child. And I'm like, she's got to feel alone. Her family's just been killed. I have 3 girls and I'm a grandfather. By no means did I go in there trying to be her father or her grandfather, but I wanted to let her know that I cared about her well-being and that she was safe here with us.
Can you tell me from the very beginning what happened tonight?
So my sister, Nevaeh, she wanted me to come over to her auntie's house. And so I went over there.
You and Nevaeh, do you guys have the same mama?
Yes.
Different daddies?
Yeah.
So Chantel was from the other side of the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who all was in the house tonight?
Me, the baby, the 2 boys, my sister, and Chantel and him. Chantel, she had like this boyfriend and they was arguing and stuff outside.
She says the fighting between Chantel and her boyfriend began at 9 p.m., 7 hours before the shooting.
She was like, we can take it to the house.
Who said this?
Chantel. They went in the room and then she had shot at him.
How do you know she shot at him?
Because then they went back outside and he was like, but you shot at me.
And then at some point they came in?
Mm-hmm. They went in the room. And then like 2 a.m. in the morning, they went to sleep. Yeah, they stayed.
But, she says, the night was far from over.
And then my sister, she said, Brene, get up.
Nevaeh didn't make it far out of Brene's bedroom.
And then he had just shot her. And then I had to hide.
Who did he shoot?
He shot my sister.
Yeah, I miss both of them. Chantel, anytime she needed me, I was there. And anytime I needed her for anything, she was there. She didn't have no enemies or nothing. She was a nice person. That's me and Chantel right there. That's me, Chantel, and David. My daughter, she cared for her kids. She would do anything for her kids. Anything. If you seen Chantel, Nevaeh was right there next to her. They were like two peas in a pot. I'm telling you that now.
Chantel took Nevaeh in when her father, Chantel's brother, was killed.
Chantel made sure that Nevaeh got whatever she wanted. And she treated no kid no different, no nothing.
What do you see when you look at these photos?
Well, good times. She just wanted to see her kids grow up. That's amazing. She wanted to see her kids grow up. It's just sad, man. It's just sad.
3 hours into the investigation.
Did you see him shoot your sister?
Yes.
Renee, the 12-year-old witness, is Gatwood's best hope of identifying the killer.
Where did this happen at?
It happened in her room, like in the doorway.
Where did he shoot her at?
In the head.
He did? How many times did you hear the gun shoot?
Once.
Was she saying anything to him or was he saying anything to her?
No, she didn't get to say nothing. Just shot him.
I can't believe she's able to tell this story to me and articulate the facts. She's a smart little girl. She is 12, but she's talking to me like she's a 30-year-old person. And now where were you at when this happened?
Behind the door.
Did you see what kind of gun he had in his hand, sweetie?
But I think she has a pistol.
So was the pistol that he had, was it her pistol?
Yes.
Did you hear any shots before that or after that? Did he say anything to you after the shooting?
No, because he didn't know that I was in there. He tried to look for me. He was looking for me while I was behind the door.
And why do you say that?
Because he started moving stuff and moving my sister's teddy bear. I had to hide until I felt like he left. And then I went in the closet because it ain't no telling if he left or not.
Renee just had that internal instinct to react after what she saw happen to her sister. And I believe if she didn't react as quick as she did, we would have been working a homicide of 3 people. What happened to Chantel?
I don't know. I didn't even know that he shot her.
Okay.
Or if he did or not.
And the guy that you said shot your sister, do you know his name?
No. I wish I did.
Okay.
I'll be back in a little bit, okay?
Detective Max Ryden searches the database for any reports of domestic disturbances at Chantel's address.
Sounds like she was in a relationship. It was very tumultuous. Looks like they got history in the courthouse. She has a protective order against him. Howard Peoples.
Chantel's complaints were against 37-year-old Howard Peoples Jr. He pleaded guilty to child abuse 5 years earlier and received a 3-year suspended sentence. He also served 5 years for burglary.
The infants are his.
Howard is the father of 2 of Chantel's children, who were in the house when she and Nevaeh were murdered.
I'm so sorry this happened to you. You did a great job. And not only did you survive, but you helped the babies survive too.
I would never think that my sister would be in that type of position. My sister is a super sweet person.
Sweetie, you shouldn't ever had to experience something like this. You'll get through this. It's going to be tough, but you'll get through this. You will.
She was a strong little girl, but I also think she had probably some shot going too.
Yeah. Your aunt's here, and I'm going to get her back here in just a second, okay?
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Once her aunt came, she broke down, and it's to be expected.
It was scary because he was looking for me. And he's still out there.
They gonna get him, baby.
Here's the deal. Basically, Howard Peoples is Chantel's boyfriend. He's the one that has domestics with our victim. I've got his picture.
We're going to have to line up. All right.
5 hours in,
Hey, this is Detective Moyer, okay?
Morning.
So he's going to show you some pictures. I'm going to step out here in a second. Would that be okay for your aunt to step out with me and him show you these pictures?
Be just 1 second.
It just take a second. Does that sound cool?
Maybe they ain't doing nothing but trying to help.
Yeah, just take a second, okay?
Take a second.
Do
Okay.
as much as you can to help.
Thank you. We had a robbery detective, Detective Moyer, who knew nothing about the case. And I was able to watch him present these pictures to her.
So I got a photo. There's some pictures in here, okay? It's got 6 different pictures in it. If you see the person that did this to your sister, you just let us know which one it is. Point at it for me, okay?
Okay.
5 hours into the investigation,
I've done hundreds and hundreds of these photo lineups.
Don't feel like you have to pick somebody out if they're not in there.
But this was probably one of the most dramatic identifications I've ever seen.
Him. That is him.
Okay.
He killed my sister.
She stands up and she immediately points to number 5 in the photo lineup and says, "That's the guy that killed my sister." It's like the little girl almost stuck her fingers in that picture saying, "This is the guy that killed my sister." And I'm happy that we've got our suspect identified.
Did you see it?
Yeah. She identified him. Howard Peoples. She instantly picked him out.
See if we can get this kid some counseling right away.
Okay. We'll do that.
Victim Witness Center. I would say within 24 hours, the advocates at Tulsa Police Department got in touch with me. The first time I met Brene, I could tell that she was extremely traumatized by what had happened. And no one was really sure who she was going to stay with, where she was going to go. So I really needed to focus on that so I could make sure she was okay.
Brene has moved to Texas to live with her aunt. Once she's settled, Heather helps her prepare to testify.
We knew we needed her testimony, so we had to try to build that relationship early. When you have a witness that is that young, I think it's important that you build trust on her terms. You can't force it. So I tried to act as if she were my own daughter, and how would I treat my own daughter of that age in a situation like this? I was building that familiarity with me because I knew I would be the one sitting next to her in court.
6 hours into the investigation,
This guy did this horrific act.
with Howard Peoples a suspect in the murders of Chantel and Nevaeh.
Killed the mother of his children. Killed this little girl that witnessed it. And then was trying to find this other little girl to kill. He's PCable at this point. It's showing recent registration.
Gatwood finds a vehicle registered to Howard.
It's a Yukon. So,
Black.
yeah.
Crime gun unit has the information. They know where he's been laying his head down.
The team gets a tip on an address for one of Howard's relatives.
I'm gonna send some guys out there, see if they see the car out there.
Yeah. He's considered armed and dangerous.
On the east side of the road, there is a black Yukon.
Parked on the street. It's got a white man in the driveway.
The target house is like a yellow. This looks like a lady. A black female.
Warrants Detective Scott Osborne spots a woman getting into the white van in the driveway.
She's going to go northbound here.
And at some point, he has a cousin that leaves the residence. Officers stop the cousin. She confirms that Howard's in the house.
10-4. He's in there. We're going to move up.
Hey.
As the team surrounds the house,
Is this him?
a man walks out.
Look, this way. Keep walking.
Is this suspect?
63. Keep coming. Keep coming. Let turn around for me. What's your name?
Right now, Gatwood is relying on a 12-year-old's testimony. A confession from Howard would clinch the case.
How you doing, Howard? I'm Detective Jeff Gatwood. This is Detective Max Ryden. I want to talk to you, but before I do that, I need to advise you of your rights, okay? Could you sign this for me? When I sit down across from Howard, it felt weird to me that he looked like a normal person. You got any college or anything like that? You do? Okay. He was calm. He was very respectful to me. I don't know if he had the look of remorseful, but he didn't have the look of, I'd say, killer. Okay.
Real. That's how I know.
I think because you got a question.
Yeah, no, I understand what this may look like. Regardless of what I tell you, you're still going to do your job. So at this time, I am going to ask for a lawyer to be present.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's your right. But you're exactly right. We're going to do our job and we'll continue to do it. So we'll go ahead and end this. I would have loved for him to tell me why he did it, but he wasn't going to share that with me. We got a witness to the crime that saw him kill our sister. So he's being arrested for 2 counts of first-degree murder. Okay. Bye.
After learning about the murders, a detective who investigated a domestic abuse incident between Chantel and Howard reaches out to Gatwood.
She told me that she had a good case against Mr. Peoples on a domestic with Chantel, but Chantel wouldn't go through with getting him prosecuted. That's what happens a lot of times.
I kept telling her to leave him alone. I said, why don't you leave him alone? And you know what she kept telling me? She said, Daddy, she said, I don't want to deprive him of seeing his kids and stuff, right? And she said, I'm trying to make things work. And I kept telling her, I said, just leave him alone.
9 hours into the first 48, Howard Peoples is taken to jail, where he'll await trial.
Howard, anything you want to say?
Tulsa police say they arrested Howard Peoples just within the last hour, and they arrested him just about a mile from here at this home where the shooting happened. It was that afternoon of the murders. I remember looking for anybody to talk to who maybe knew the victims. I met a close friend of the family that just kind of said, I think Brene would love to talk about her sister.
Just 5 days after the murders, local reporter Reagan Ledbetter sits down with Brene for an interview.
I don't usually get nervous to do interviews. I mean, I do it every day. But to talk with Brene, a 12-year-old girl who witnessed what she saw just days before, I remember going into that interview just thinking, how am I going to do this? And I just looked at her and I said, who was Nevaeh? What made your sister so special?
She was just always happy. She always tried to make people happy.
My goal was to share a story about her sister that she could look back on 10 years from now and say, that's my sister. That's who I'm proud of. And that's who I want to be like.
She was my best friend, my sister, my mother.
She was at that house that night because Nevaeh was her safe place. That's who she wanted to be with. If she got to choose, that's where she wanted to be.
She's goofy. Yeah, she always made me laugh. I can't stay mad at her.
She had quite the bond.
Yes, a tight bond that will forever live.
5 months after Peoples' arrest, the first step on the road to justice will be his preliminary hearing.
After criminal charges are presented to a judge, we have to prove to a magistrate at least probable cause that the defendant is the person who committed the crime. And we have to do that through live testimony.
We got this 12-year-old. She's our key, and we're hoping she can identify the suspect in court.
After several months, Renee is still experiencing trauma, and if she's unable to testify, the state will be left with just circumstantial evidence.
I sat next to her and I sat on my knees and she has my arm on her lap. And the longer the hearing went on, the more she squeezed, the more she wouldn't let go. And she just kept asking, can we go? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?
When it comes to the point where she had to identify Howard Peoples, but she was almost trying to hide behind the area that she was setting so he couldn't see her. She was definitely afraid of this man. This is a guy that just killed her sister a few months earlier. And I'm sure in her mind, she's still thinking this guy's going to kill her. But she prevailed. Brene was strong enough to come sit in this chair and point out the monster, her Freddy Krueger that killed her sister. And the judge, her Freddy Krueger that killed her sister. And the judge determined that there was evidence here to bind him over for trial for this murder.
The court date is now set, but ADA's Kenneth Elmore and Allison Nutt are concerned that they can't rely solely on Brene. She might be too traumatized to testify.
We wanted to make sure that if she isn't strong enough to come back, what else do we have to tie Howard Peoples to the home when the murder occurred? And so this time here, it puts him in the area just a few minutes before Brene calls 911.
Right. So he's there beforehand, then it shows him moving up right after that.
Using data the detectives pulled off Howard's cell phone, the prosecution traces his whereabouts at the time of the murders.
Everything we have puts him around that house right up until Brene makes that 911 call. And so that really eliminates the ability for him to say he was somewhere else.
But the state's case is still riding on Brene. And as the trial approaches, her testimony is very much up in the air.
After the preliminary hearing, I was very concerned that we would ever get her back. It was just so traumatic to be in the room with him and to have to talk about that night again. Sometimes she was ready to do it. Other times she said, I'm not going to do it.
But that's not the prosecution's only worry. Brene now lives in Texas. Because of the long trip to Tulsa, she's only available to appear in court for one day.
Her aunt had things that she had to do where she can't just take off for a full week at a time. She has her own life and her own children to take care of.
Monday, February 28th, 2022. Howard Peoples' trial is slated to begin, and Assistant District Attorney Nutt has scheduled her star witness's testimony for tomorrow.
Brene was set to leave town Wednesday morning, and so we knew we had to get her on the stand on Tuesday. Good deal.
But then, an unforeseen delay.
This case was originally set in front of Judge Holmes, and Monday morning she started to feel sick.
So we got clearance from Judge Holmes to go see if another judge would hear it. I happen to know from a prosecutor that Judge Keeley was available.
He went down almost immediately to see if she would be willing to take the case.
The prosecutors stressed their need for the trial to start on Tuesday. For Brene, Judge Keeley agrees to hear the case.
The trial begins today for a Tulsa man charged with killing his ex-girlfriend and her 16-year-old niece. Howard Peoples was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the fall of 2020.
Before this opening day is out, Brene has to testify. But as with any trial, there are important procedures that need to happen first.
As we're going through jury selection, as we're going through opening statements, we're constantly literally watching that ticking clock. The judge told the jury, expect to be here until 7:30, which was a tremendous accommodation. But we had some concerns about whether defense was trying to run out the clock. There's those moments of panic of, we got everybody here, let's not have it crumble at the last moment. 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, and we're just watching that clock take closer to 7:30. It was a late night. It was a lot of work to get it there, but we were able to do so.
Before that 7:30 deadline, the state calls Brene Alexander to the stand, where, once again, she has to face Howard Peoples.
She's nervous. You can see her little chest moving. She wants to hold my hand. She's anxious. So we get her in there. I sat right next to her. She straightened up her back. She sat up. I don't know if it was a burst of courage or what, but she was ready. She got through it with flying colors, and maybe time kind of helped her process it. But I also think she knew this is what she needed to do for Nevaeh, and she was going to do it no matter what.
On cross-examination, The defense questions whether Brene really knew it was Howard Peoples that committed the murders.
She knew him as her sister's uncle. She knew him as Chantel's boyfriend, but she couldn't ever remember Howard Peoples. And the argument that the defense made was family members ultimately persuaded her to say that it was Howard Peoples.
What we tried to present to the jury was the fact she doesn't know the name doesn't change all the other evidence that we have and doesn't change who it is.
News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live at the Tulsa County Courthouse this evening with more on the case. Reagan?
Lori, attorneys say Nevaeh's younger sister hid behind a bedroom door, saw her sister get shot, then waited until she thought she was safe and used her sister's phone to call 911. Prosecutors plan to play the young girl's 911 phone call for the jury this evening.
My sister's phone was
That 911 call becomes so important. It gives us the statements that she makes, it gives us a timeline about what happened, and it corroborates what Brene did.
And where are you right now?
in the coffee.
That 911 call really set the tone of the trial because it was hard to listen to. Hard.
Hey, have a seat. Have a seat right here.
No, I can't. He's gonna come back.
It's those small little moments throughout this case that were able to help humanize this. Because what I found is, as a prosecutor, is that when you're in a courtroom, the jury can sometimes get numb to the information they're having to process. And it helps us keep them on point for what everyone here is dealing with.
The next morning, at homicide headquarters.
As I look at these pictures, it comes back like it was yesterday.
Gatwood prepares for his court appearance.
Right now, I'm just going over some of my reports and stuff that I'm going to be testifying to this afternoon. I work these homicides like I'm working a homicide of somebody that's like a family member. But with this particular case, it never escaped me.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm getting a little nervous. I wanted justice for these victims and their families, so I was going to do everything I could. You can't mess up on something like this. You got one chance.
Gatwood testifies about security footage his team recovered, one street over from the crime scene.
We had video cameras there that were pointing out on the street, and you could see his vehicle drive by there when Brene called 911 saying what just happened. None of that was good for him, but it was great for us.
After Gatwood's testimony, the state rests. The next day, the defense presents its case.
A big component to their case is that technology is fallible. You can't trust the technology that the state presented to you.
The defense is trying to make an issue of GPS is wrong all the time, cell phones can lead you the wrong direction.
But I thought the evidence that we did have was just so overwhelming and so strong to even combat their theory that this technology is fallible.
Later that day, after closing arguments,
the jurors just now went back to the room to start deliberating. They've been given their instructions. And at this point, it's a waiting game.
Once we put a jury out, it's always going to be stressful. It's always going to be tense. We have a lot of faith and confidence in our case, but there's always that question of what's going to happen.
Before the jurors come to a verdict, Gatwood goes to update the one person he wanted to talk to about the trial, Chantel's father.
He wasn't able to be there, so we're going to go up there and let him know. The jurors will be deliberating here in a little bit and hopefully get a verdict today so we can let him know. Hey, Mr. Mitchell.
How's it going? How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I was the last witness to testify on your daughter's murder trial. Mm-hmm. And I think it went very well. And I'm pretty sure we'll get a verdict probably early evening, you know.
Can y'all let me know what the verdict is?
I'm going to let you know. I promise you. As soon as I know, the next person will be you.
Okay, good. I hope you get what he deserves because, you know, that really hurts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I miss my daughter.
I don't want you to take this as a bad question, but what do you think he deserves?
Life. And never get out, get no parole or nothing.
I never want to say, oh yeah, they're going to find him guilty. There's no doubt about it, because you just never know what's going through these jurors' minds.
After just 2 hours of deliberation,
We just got the results of the verdict. Howard Peoples was found guilty of murder 2 times.
The jury recommends a Tulsa man spend the rest of his life in prison for killing his ex-girlfriend and her 16-year-old niece.
When they found him guilty, he had a look on his face like he was almost glad or happy this is over with. He did. Kind of like, the burden was off.
It's always a good feeling after a day like today. Justice is finally served, and this is kind of closing that chapter, I think more so for the family and for Brene.
We called Brene as soon as we got upstairs. We wanted her to be the first person that we told. She just said, so he's never going to get out? No, not for a really long time. And then she just cried like a little girl cry. I think she kind of felt safe to be sad about her sister finally.
Whatever he got, he deserved. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm happy that he's off the street, but there's nobody else he can really hurt. So, you know, God will prevail, right? He got to meet his maker now.
2 years after the murders,
Come, Papa. Come, Papa.
Albert Mitchell is taking care of Chantel's 3 children. 14-year-old David, 4-year-old Zion, and 2-year-old Genesis. They still live in the same house where their mother was killed.
I promised my daughter, she said, Daddy, if anything ever happened to me, do not put my kids in no system or nothing. She said, you take my kids and you raise them. All right, there you go. All right, come on. They keep my spirit up. That's what's good about it. Yeah, before he couldn't even do this. Now he's standing up and everything. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
All right.
This particular case with these young kids and the tragedy of this is one that will stick with me, not only through my career, but after my career is over with.
From time to time, the Mitchell family can count on a visit from Tulsa PD.
Got some clothes too?
Yeah, I got some clothes.
Okay.
Gadwood and his partner, Detective Reggie Warren, don't like coming empty-handed.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Mitchell?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
What's going on, Mr. Mitchell? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
What's up, brother?
Okay.
How you doing, man?
All right.
Want to drop by? We got some gifts for you and the kids. I plan on keeping in touch with this family. But you know you can call us. Just anything, call us. You don't need to go through all this by yourself. And I want to keep an eye on Brene, see how her life turns out.
My hope for her now is I hope she understands the role she played in this and kind of carries that armor around with her a little bit, because she did things that most adults wouldn't or couldn't do.
She's the hero in this. Her sister would be so proud of her. Her aunt would be proud of her. And I know I'm proud of her.